I do not know if I'm going to get anyone in here because I am not cycling on all wheels today. I did not put up the proper link for everyone to come in here. So I'm hoping that people will see this. Good. Fields of Grace is in here. Good, good, good. Someone saw it. I couldn't get my picture up. I did not put the proper StreamYard thing up. I didn't even put it up. I got my COVID shot today, and I'm not thinking straight. So I'm hoping that others will see the link and pop in here. I don't know how you saw it, Kim. There wasn't even a photo up. I was trying to throw it up there, and it said I had to schedule it later for it to pop up. Hello, Dark Magician. Woo, good. People are seeing something. Good, good, good. Hello, Vintage Optimism. I'm happy to see people popping in. I just made a major screw up. Like I said, I got injection number 2, and because of my system, are you good? You did good. It already made me feel sort of weak, like right before you get the flu. So I'm just not cycling properly, I guess you could say. Doing things kind of backwards. So hopefully more people will come in. But tonight I wanted to talk about how we can find better partners. I've already found mine. So with that, I'm cool. But people can scout out better partners than they typically do, actually. You see a lot of people that look for partners and it does not work out. Good, you got your first shot. How are you feeling with your first shot? I didn't expect to feel anything with my first shot, and I got the zoomies, a little bit of electrical, and looked a little drunk. Good thing nobody took me out in public, because I probably would have gotten in trouble. But I was cool at home and didn't get in trouble for, bouncing into walls. I'm trying to get into my PayPal to see what the total currently is. It's not letting me. I don't know what the balance is right now, Vintage. How are you feeling right now with your first injection? Anybody else get their injection thus far? Hopefully other people will see the notification or see me in YouTube land. I wonder if there's a way to put the photo up for your link after the fact. Does anybody know? Dark Magician, Jamal, do you know? If the link's up and you didn't get the photo up in StreamYard, can you do it after the fact? Do we know? You can't hear anything? My volume is fine. I see a lot of these stars, and I was looking at Matthew Perry, and he broke up with I think it was Molly. I can't remember her last name. They just broke up after the Friends reunion. And I noticed their age difference is like he's old enough to be her dad. Yeah, he is old enough to be her dad. And they started out bad from the get-go. And here is what I know. I mean, you see a lot of It's Molly Hurwitz. You see a lot of winter, spring hookups. It happens all the time. People don't blink at it when it happens to be the guy and the girl. They really blink at it when it's the girl and the guy. But hello, Spartan Dan. In my opinion, if you are old enough to be the person's parent, that's rule number one. If you're old enough to be the person's parent, you should not scope that person out as a partner. It might be a fun hookup, and of course you're going to be attracted to him. Of course you're going to be attracted to him. But as far as a partner, where you have things in common, and there is, if you want to have a long time thing, a long time partnership out of it, that is the wrong focus to go. Because you're going to run out of things to have in common. Ultimately, the parental age gap is going to cause problems for you, especially if you're the older one, because as you age out and they ultimately probably have to care for you in the interim, it's going to cause issues in your relationship. Because you kind of want to have somebody in a certain age range where it's not a defining factor, in my opinion. I'd like to know what you think. So happy to have you here, Spartan Dan. Yeah, I know you're from Baubles. I'm so happy to have you here, though. What are your thoughts on if you're old enough to be their parent and you're involved with someone? Usually we have more people in here, but I screwed up when I didn't set it up in StreamYard. And like I said, I got shot number 2 and I'm kind of glitching today. It's sort of affecting me that way already. I'm overly dragging. It's hard to find common life experience when dating someone younger. Hey, Trey! We're talking about finding that partner. And I just said, if you're old enough to be their parent, that's like a cutoff for me when you're scoping out a partner. I was saying it might be fun to have fun with them if you're just wanting to hook up or something. But if you're looking for a partner, someone to sort of, and I'm not saying you have to marry them. Thank you. That's great. Beautiful people. I love that. I'm not saying that you have to marry them, right? But if you really want to have a committed partnership with that person, if you're old enough to be their parent, there's too much of a difference to find a lot of commonality. I would end up feeling, I mean, I'm a woman, and of course I've got a husband now, but I did go out with someone when I was divorced once, a lot younger than me. And let me tell you, I was not old enough to be his mom. Was I? No. But there was enough age difference, it just made me feel weird. Too weird. And especially me being a woman, I want, hey, Black Lavender, so happy to see you. I want it to feel more of a commonality. I want it to be able to talk about things, share ideas on a more mature level. Yeah, I like to be silly and cut up and have fun, but I want it to be able to talk about the meat of things. I want to know your opinions. Do you think, could you date, okay, you guys, could you, yeah, you probably could. And I'm not talking about date, have fun, hook up. I know you could probably with that. But as far as life partner, do you feel like you could have a partner that you would want to get serious with a 20 plus year age gap? Where you could easily be their parent? I want to know how you feel about that. I want to know how you feel about that. I'm going to drop a link. I'm going to drop it. I just feel like ultimately it does not work out ultimately. I mean, typically when I see that happen in the news, it is because a person has the bucks. And even that doesn't work out. Sometimes the bucks don't matter. Sometimes you could just have billions of dollars and they're going to be doing their own thing and just trying to appease you. I mean, you see that they've got their side lives going on. I would just find it hard to trust. So, if you're serious about finding someone to partner with where you have value, first of all, you have to look at yourself. You have to look at yourself and go, okay, what are my intentions? Do I want to be single and date a lot of people and hook up? If you know you're that kind of person, don't be like Mike you had on Shaw's of Sunset and think you want to be single. Think you want to be serious and get married, but you still cheat. Be honest with yourself and just live a single life and date around. Be honest with yourself first. But if you're the type that you know in your heart, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. 14 years, it's a bit, but you're not old. You weren't old enough. Were you older than her, Black Lavender, or she you? I am so sorry for your loss. But here's the thing. There wasn't an age difference enough where one could be the other's parent. I'm talking 20 plus years. She was older than you. I'm so very sorry. How long ago did this happen? If your heart's truly in it, I'm talking about if it's 20 plus some years and you know they could easily be your parent. That's my cutoff. If it's 20 plus years, I'm so very sorry. My heart goes to you. That's what I mean. If you're looking at someone and it's obvious they could easily be your parent, you should, look with a broader scan. Sometimes age differences happen, but I'm saying that if it starts moving into the range where they could easily be your parent, you need to look at yourself and say, why? Why am I interested in them? Right? It typically happens more with men and younger women. I'm very sorry, Spartan Dan. When did your loss happen? I have not lost a spouse. I lost my child a little over 3 years ago. and my dad, but I have not lost a spouse. I'm so very sorry. Grief is hard any way you look at it. But we have to take inventory when you are looking for when you're trying to get your picker picking correctly. Take inventory of yourself. I'm very sorry too, Spartan. Take inventory of yourself and who you are and what your true intentions are. And then you list your intentions for a partner. And you also become really aware of what your needs are in your life, what your non-negotiables are. And when I say non-negotiables, things you will not negotiate that you truly need in a partner. And I'm not talking about little chicky stuff. I'm talking about absolutes. Absolutes. You need to be able to trust them. You need to be able to, if you need to be able to have something in common or have certain like-mindedness about, do you want children, or is it about spirituality or religion, or what is it that you will not negotiate away? You need to write that down. What are your non-negotiables? I mean, what I'm trying to say, when you're scanning for a better partner, you need to have in your mind already a picture painted, sort of like you're piecing together what this person needs to be about. Like from the way they think to the way they are on the inside. It's sort of like you're working backwards. You get me? You're working backwards. The way you want to connect with that person. Because in the big scheme of things, as time goes on, you're going to fall in love with the person inside out more and more. And the outside, yeah, it matters when you first meet, but the inside is what paints the outside for you as time goes on. Does that make any sense? It's what paints the outside for you. Because we visualize the person that we see every day that is our partner according to how we connect with them. That's how we see them forever and a day. You've seen older people that we don't see it all the time, but on occasion you've seen those older people that look so in love with each other after so many years. They worked it backwards. They connected from the inside out. They built that robot, and I'm using this as a visual for like a better, right? They built their partner what they wanted in their mind's eye from the inside out before they started scanning the universe for them, before they started scanning out, scoping out people for that partner. In their mind's eye, they started sort of building them from the inside out, saying, this is what I need in that partner. This is what is non-negotiable for me because it's important, right? So you start looking at yourself and going, this is who I am, and this is what I need for them to accept about me. But you have to accept that about you first. That's key. Because there's not another you. And there's not darn thing wrong with you. We all went through the crap that we went through to teach us lessons and to mold us the way we are. Right, wrong, or indifferent. So when we meet that partner as we're scoping out the world, we're kind of connecting with somebody that sees all of the cracks and crevices as a beautiful thing, because we become stronger and perfected in those places like a piece of art. That's what makes us so unique. And that's what makes them unique, because we come with our stories. Like Lavender's had loss. We've all had loss. The story and the background to our loss is different. The pain still is pain. And we share that pain, and we share our joy, and the joy wouldn't feel as sweet if the loss wasn't as painful, right? So you look at yourself and you go, you know what? With the pain and the cracks and the scars, I'm a piece of art all by myself. So when I scope out the territory, I'm going to find a piece of art and appreciate everything about that partner. They're going to appreciate everything about me. And we're going to become a greater piece of art over time. So let me see who I am and be realistic and honor that, right? And I'm going to start internalizing and building who I need from the inside out. And I'm going to scope the world. And as I'm looking around, I internalize that feeling. You won't any longer just look around for, oh, she's hot. Oh, he's hot. Oh, look at those muscles. Because although that crap looks great, it changes week to week, over time, year to year. And when people go based on that, it's trivial, and those relationships peter by the moment, right? Because then we tap into the personality or the way they think, or they get on our nerves, or they want too much, or they're na-na-na in our ear all the time. And that's why that crap doesn't work. That's why it doesn't work. Because we're not trying to build it from the inside out. And like I said, when we go for it, just for a night of fun, just wanting to hook up with somebody, and that's, I'm not speaking for all guys, but most guys are okay with that when they just want a warm body. Some ladies, not all ladies, not all guys. But when you're really seriously kind of scanning around like the Terminator with his camera, and you're really checking out what's out there, you have to do the internal stuff. And we don't think about that. But when you really kind of do that, and you take the time to think about it, it's sort of like internal programming. It really kind of is. You're putting in the order. You're putting in the order. Sort of like you're putting in the order to the universe. You're saying, okay, I'm A, B, C, D, E, F, G with a little bit of X and Y and Z. So I want some of this A, B, C, D, E, F, G with a little bit of R and U, right? So if you went about it that way, do you think you would look at things differently when you went scanning? When you go out now and you're open to looking around, how is what I'm saying different than what you're currently doing? That's kind of what I'd like to know. Or are you waiting for people to come to you? Why do you not want anybody, Spartan Dan? not wanting companionship. I found that curious. I sort of understand about my mom. My father passed away. It's been almost 6 years ago. My mom's beautiful, but she says she doesn't. I mean, there's been men sort of asking her out, but I don't want anybody else. I don't want to get. I don't want to lose anybody else. I don't want to take care of a man. And she is the world's first woman that loves attention. Let me tell you. But I don't know if it's guilt. I don't know if it's fear of starting again. I don't know if she feels like she'd be cheating on my dad. I don't know what it is. But I'm like, Mom, you don't have to get married again. Maybe just go do something with somebody. But she's like, no. But it bothers me because I don't want her to be lonely. Yeah, I mean, I look at my mom and I think, oh, this is just not good. So it's just curious to me. I never saw my mom as one that would spend her final years. I don't want to say final years. That feels weird, but you know what I'm saying. Not socializing. I mean, she doesn't go out and socialize with anybody, and that's not who she was. So I'm curious as to why some people don't even go out and socialize. Do you go out and socialize? Hey, AT2! Do you go out and socialize at all? Spartan Dan? Even if you don't want a partner, it doesn't mean you have to get married again. What about you, AT2? Do you hook up or do you look for a partner? Or do you just, I'm just going to hook people up? I'm just really curious. I've come to realize, short of Kim Taylor, I don't think there's anybody else that comes here. And I know we've been in the pandemic. He said he goes to hook up. No, he said he's been married 3 times. I gotcha. I understand, Smart Dan. Yes, big hugs, AT2. I'm so glad you came by here. I saw your story earlier. Ooh, I'm going to have to watch all of it because it seems like it's a brewing in YouTube land again. But I'm going to be like, most of the people that come to my channel are single. You know, I want to have that social experiment by the end of this month. The 35 questions to see if it makes people connect. If anybody's interested, I know I have some females that want to talk to guys. It doesn't mean you're going to date or even talk after this 35 question thing is going on. Yes, I see that. The girls are fighting. I thought Adam was trying to go after people from 90 Day Fiance. Am I wrong? Is it not him? I thought he was trying to legally go after people. I have to go back and watch some more. But what a mess. Always something. A lot of people will go on the dating sites, swipe, swipe, swipe. And that's curious to me too. It's like, oh, it is Andrew? What a douche. Sorry. I better be quiet. Don't know which Andrew. But I did go on that Match.com when I was younger. But I never did the swiping. Not the new swiping. Has anybody been on the swiping? Swipe. I bet you have. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Have you been swiping for a date? Swipe left, swipe right. How's that going? To me, that seems like it's almost more visual. Oh no, Spartan Dan. But I know the feeling. Because when I first lost Noah, and I'll have to watch that video that you made, when I first lost Noah, I have my daughter here, but I have to be honest with you. I had those feelings. I had those feelings. If I had not had my daughter here, because and I had a near-death experience when I was 12, and that probably helped save me as well. And let me be honest with you, on June the 16th, not to deter from the subject, I think that's Wednesday, yeah, my Wednesday show, mid-June, I'll do more on dealing with grief and connecting life after death and stuff like that. But I have a guest. He's a friend of mine named Brian Smith. He has a podcast called Please Let My Brain Work Tonight, From Grief to Growth. He also lost a child. He lost a teenage daughter. And he has interviewed lots and lots of people. He is awesome. I am in a group with him. I do a guided meditation for parents that have lost children to help them connect with their children that have passed. It's a whole spiritual thing. I can talk about it another time. But he is coming to talk on the 16th. It is wonderful. You'll get a lot out of it. If you would like to come see him, interact with him, I think you would get a lot out of it. And I don't know where Black Lavender is, but if he's still listening, I would love for him to come. He'd love him. He's a great guy. He does a lot of talks and stuff. Really, you guys would love him. Check him out. It's called Grief to Growth. He's on YouTube. It is sad being dumped, Paranormal Witch, but it is not in comparison. I know it's hard and it can feel like death, or it is a form of grief, but it's not the same. It says your device is not connected, Anna. It's not wanting to come up. Let me drop it again. I will drop the link again and see if it works. It says devices not connected. They will need to connect. Let's see. Okay, let's try it again. Copied. He will be here on YouTube June 16th on a Wednesday, and you can find, it'll be 8:15, but you can find him on YouTube, and it's called Grief to Growth. And at some point, I don't know how open you are to, it's a special kind of guided meditation, Spartan Dan, but I plan soon to do a special one for people who have lost people on Zoom. It will be private and it will be on Zoom. I'm not going to do it openly on YouTube because I don't want people to be driving and doing it. Click the link I just dropped, and you can do it from your phone or computer. See the link I just dropped up there, Anna? You can do it from your phone or computer. You don't have to have your camera on. How are are you, the ones that are currently dating, are any of you currently trying to date? Or prior to Corvina, have you been trying to date? And how have you gone about it? That is what I'd like to know. Prior to Covina, have you been trying to date? Are you looking more superficially just to see if you match with someone? There's Spartan Dan. Let's see if he'll come up.
Hello.
Hello, Spartan Dan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for coming.
Oh, you're welcome. I just wanted to come up, introduce myself, say hello.
Well,
Oh,
I'm very happy that you came by.
me too. Me too.
And thank you for sharing your loss and your stories. My heart breaks from you. It's really hard anytime you lose someone so dear.
Yeah. Well, on my video, I drove to the Detroit River. Uh, I lived in Detroit at the time. Well, I lived there 48 years. Uh, so after she died, I was just grieving so bad. I got in my car and I sped right to the to the gate there. And I don't know if anybody believes this or not, but I'll tell it anyway. That's what happened. I heard like a voice inside my head and my spirit telling me, no, that's it, just no. So I went, and the car hit the bridge and I mean, hit the gate thing there, and it broke the gate some, but the car didn't go in. And I believe God saved me from killing myself. I mean, that's what I feel. People might say, "Well,
You had
well
angels come. You had angels come down.
yeah, that's what I believe."
You came to the
Yeah.
right channel.
Oh, cool.
You know,
Cool.
we don't just talk about problems. We talk about spiritual stuff and supernatural things.
Oh, good, because I've been through a lot of spiritual stuff. Yes, that's good.
I just don't like blare it all out there.
Yeah,
People have to find me and find out.
right. Yeah, that's true. And not everybody believes it, so
Yeah,
whatever. It's up to them. Whatever.
but I mean, it happens often.
Yeah, I remember one time me and my wife we got into a new apartment, the one that died I was telling you about,
Yeah.
and we had the radio going. All of a sudden, the voice on the radio started going, and I felt the devil in there, man. I don't know if somebody left some spirits in there or what, but I said, man, in the name of Jesus, I rebuke you, and I threw a shoe at it, and he hit the radio, and it went, and then it went back to the talking or music. I forgot which it was. Whatever.
Well, what happens is, and see, we're getting. It's like JC said, you come in here in Dana's channel for one thing, and sometimes it goes in another direction.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to cause
No,
none.
no, 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 no. That's okay. I have told them before that after losing my son, and it still happens on occasion, that there are times his toys, the batteries are out of some of them. Some of them have gone dead, and they will talk like on his birthday, on my birthday, on just whatever. And they're not programmed to say some of the things they say. Like last time that one of the toys said, "Look, I can fly." Or it'll say, "I love you." Or the light will start to dim, and when it would go low, we'd say, "No, if it goes low, that means no. And if it brightens, that means yes. And we want to ask you questions." So things like that will happen where we all get to watch and hear. So here's how it works. When they're on the other side, sometimes they're able to manipulate energy because we are made of energy. When we lose our bodies, the energy of our soul leaves this body. So we can manipulate energy at times to try to get messages across. So when you heard that on the radio, I mean, they're still in heaven, but there's a thin veil between us and heaven. When they're able to occasionally manipulate the sound through radio. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, well, yeah, but this was a demon voice, not no nice
Right.
stuff.
But I mean, sometimes if it can be garbled or a deep voice coming from somewhere that didn't control it properly.
Oh,
You
okay,
never know.
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay,
But I
that's
mean,
what you believe.
no, you could have gotten a bad one. I'm not saying that you didn't get a bad one. I'm just saying that sometimes spirit energy can control electrical.
Yeah, could be.
So there's probably
Could be.
what was your first wife's name?
Judy.
Judy. There's probably been times that she tried to connect with you.
I don't believe that, honey. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It doesn't mean she's not in heaven.
No, I didn't say she wasn't in heaven.
Yeah.
I just believe the Bible when it talks about when you're dead and you're in heaven, they can't look down and talk to you and all that stuff. I could get a scripture if you want me to. Well, I'd have to Google it. I can't think of it right now.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm a Christian. I've been saved. I understand what
But
you're saying.
I believe demon spirits can talk to you. Yes, I definitely believe that because I've heard them.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
when I was trying to explain to them when I was 12, I died and I came back.
Oh. Did you go to heaven? Or
Yeah, I was a little girl. I got to see a piece of it, but I came back. My heart stopped. I came back.
What'd you see up there, huh?
I got to see.
You know,
I mean, I got to see like the most brilliant, blinding light that I've ever been exposed to. But
right.
it didn't blind me, and I
Right.
got to feel the presence of God. But I mean,
Oh,
I didn't see a man, but I felt his love, and I
right.
felt embraced and held, and I could feel him talking to me. And
I
I got to
believe
see
that.
every plant you could even imagine, every flower, and it vibrated and it glowed, and the colors were colors I can't even describe, more
Yep.
beautiful than anything here.
I
And
believe you.
there was like music coming out of everything, like a vibration of music. And we were all like spirit and connected and love. I mean, look, it's nothing like here.
Right.
Nothing like here.
I believe you. I really do.
I mean, like,
Yep.
so amazing. And water running through it. I mean, it's just, I can't even. I could see my parents as I was going away and my brothers and everything as I
Wow.
was going away.
Oh, wow. That's great. Yeah. I believe you.
So, I mean, that was my only saving grace when I lost my child.
Wow. Praise God, man. Glad you're getting, better. You know what I mean? I know
So,
you always think about it, but You
I
know,
still
it's
get sad sometimes. Don't get me wrong,
right. Me too. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm
but
sorry.
my
I know.
son's name was Noah, and my daughter's name was Eden Angelica.
Okay. I believe she's in heaven myself.
Yeah,
Peace. At peace.
yeah.
You know,
So
not down here amidst all this turmoil. She's, with God at peace. In
yeah,
peace. I believe that with my
but
whole heart.
I understand now why you're not looking to search for other partners. When you
Yeah, a
say
lot of people might think I'm kind of off to the loony bin or whatever, but I don't care. I just tell what I see, and that's me. I just tell it like it is.
so, do you go out and socialize?
Well, I was going to church, but the church got COVID. Now they all wear not wearing masks and stuff, and I'm kind of leery of going back. To be honest, but I had my grandkids and my daughter. We went, and it seems like since I ain't went, I kind of drifted a little bit here and there. I have a couple of beers a week, two 24-ounce beers, but that's
Right?
all I do. I don't take drugs and all that crap. I did that back when I was in a gang in Detroit, back
You
in
were
the
in a,
70s.
you were in a
What?
gang?
Yeah, in the 70s in Detroit. I got shot twice. I stabbed a guy, almost went to prison. I got cut up with a knife, got 75 stitches all across my back and my arm. I hit a bus driver in the head with a beer bottle. I went to Dehoko for a minute. Yeah.
Wow. So, um, when you when did you get out of the gang?
Well, believe it or not, two guys come by. I was drinking a beer on the corner with some friends, and they invited me to church, and I laughed. I said, "Oh yeah, sure." So they give me a track, and I put it in my pocket. So I was still drinking next day and stuff, but I read the track and I kept reading it. And I believe God was talking to me through that track. So I said, well, I'm going to go to church. I mean, just see what's happening. But I went, I was high. I was high on some drugs and drinking. But I went anyway. They picked me up. They wasn't worried about picking me up and stuff. So I went just to see. And I seen everybody praise God and stuff. And I was kind of laughing at first. But then when God got a hold of me, I started crying, and I went up to the altar and I said, God, I need some help, man. I got to get out of this stuff. I'm not saying it worked that night, but I went back again and did it again. And then, like a week later, I woke up, and believe it or not, I just wanted to get away from the gang members, the bad women that was around there I was messing with, and everything like that. And so I moved in with my brother. He lived about 8 miles away, and I got around him and started going to church and told all the gang members goodbye. See ya. And they said, "You think you all holier than everybody now?" No, I said, "No, I want to live. I got a life. I'm sick of this drugs and drinking and stuff." I'm sorry if I'm taking over your.
It's okay. So they didn't try to pull you back in?
No, they didn't mess with me like that. I was too dangerous. They knew better not to do that. No, they just said, "Well, go then." I said, "I will." So I left.
So what did you do after that?
Uh, Looking for a job. Got a job. Well, I got several jobs. I was young. Lord, I was young. I was in the gang at 16, 15 and 16. Sorry. I got shot twice. in the leg.
Wow.
Busted a cap in me. A couple caps, come think of it.
You got
I'm
lucky.
sorry. I'll just try to laugh and be funny, I guess. Whatever.
You got
Whatever.
lucky.
Oh, yeah. Very lucky. Yeah, I got a lot of bar fights. Got my nose broke about 3 times. Busted beer bottles over people's heads. Man, all messed up. Yeah, it was a mess. It was a
Sounds
mess.
like you have a book in you.
I'm sorry.
It sounds like you have a book in you. A book.
Oh, yeah, I got about 9 books, I think. When I was 10 years old, me and a friend of mine, see, my mom and dad, my dad was a drunk, and my mom, she took a lot of pills. My dad cheated on my mom, and then my mom cheated on my dad, and that's when they got into the drinking and the pills. And my mom was in Northville about 33 times or so. And I just got raised around that. My family was on drugs. So I joined the gang to get out, to get away from the house. Oh, I've seen all that decorations there or whatever.
Yeah, that's Jules. Made it
Oh,
fancy.
oh, cool. I feel like I'm in heaven. Woo! And anyway, I grew up, in a bad environment, and I was in a bad neighborhood, so I got with the bad people. Simple as that. You know, and so anyway, I started working. I got out at around 19ish, you know, and just started working, but I couldn't hold a job down. I was young, and I just went job to job. I had a lot of jobs. It was the 70s, but I just couldn't handle them for some reason, one reason or another, anyway. But I always worked, though.
Yeah.
Even though I quit jobs or got fired from jobs, I always worked. It was always work. And then I met my wife, the one that died with cancer, and I had my daughter, and then I really shaped up. So I went back, got my high school diploma around 33 years old, because I quit school at 15. City of Detroit, I got a job with. I was making good money, good benefits. I worked there 20 years. And for the health department and the water board maintenance. So, and then I met a younger girl after my wife died. I think I was still grieving or looking for just somebody to be with or whatever. I don't know. God knows. And anyway, she was young, so we was living with her parents, in a basement, and it was a gloomy basement. And I was working. And I said, "Man, I want my own place."
Yeah.
She didn't want to leave them. She was mom
Indian?
and dad's girl, or whatever you call it. So I said, "Well, I stayed with her, about a year or so." And I said, "I got to move out, man," because they was controlling me. I was paying. When I first went in there, I'm sorry, I got a little tickle here. When I first, sorry. Anyway, when I first got there, everything was all right, but then they got me wanting to pay the cable bill, their taxes, and buy a bunch of food and everything. And I said,
Yeah.
"Man, I could be doing this in my own house. I'll do it from my own crib, but man, come on now." So I told her, "Man, I got to go." And she says, "Well, I'm not going with you." And I said, "Well, I'll give you a week. If you don't change your mind, I'm leaving. I'll divorce you." I mean, I know that sounds cruel, but at that time, you had to be there to know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I give her a week, and I call her, and I said, "Well, are you coming?" I got a place after that. I had my own place. She said, "No, I'm staying with my mom and dad." I said, "Well, okay."
Did they have a different culture?
Ooh,
That wife, that girlfriend.
no, she was white, just a white lady.
Okay. I just
Oh
wondered.
no, she wasn't. No, just a white lady. So about 7 years or so after that, I married a lady with 6 kids. Oh shit! Sorry, excuse my language. Sorry.
That's
That was
okay.
a bad. That was a bad mistake. Bad mistake there, boy. It was all right. The kids was going to church. We was going to church. Everything was fine. Then they started. They left church and they started going, getting on drugs.
Wow.
And I was working for the city of Detroit. I come in, the house would be full of guys and stuff, and girls smoking weed, drunk, And I said, "Man, y'all gotta go. Get out of here, man. I'm tired and stuff." They wouldn't leave, and I had a fight with a couple of the sons because their sons stayed with us. They was too lazy to work and stuff, man. So I put up with it about 7 years, and after that, I just had to go. And then I come to find out she had a nervous breakdown. I found out 90 days later. I tried to contact her and I couldn't contact her. So I sent her the divorce papers to her sister, and said, "Give these to her and let her sign them and send them back." Well, she sent them back, but she signed her name, forged her name on it. Because when I talked to my ex-wife after the 90 days, she got a hold of me and said she was in the psych ward or whatever you want to call it. I don't mean to offend nobody, whatever you call it, mental state hospital, I guess.
Yeah.
She said, "I didn't get no divorce papers." And I said, "Well, I sent them and I got your name right on the paper." And I said, "I was wondering why you didn't show up to court," because she didn't show up. So, Lord, Holland, good today. Anyway, so now I just watch my autistic grandson and my other grandson while my daughter works. I have two 24-ounce beers about once a week because I got kind of high anxiety because I always had to be on the guard in Detroit, because of the environment and stuff. You're always
Yeah.
watching your back, And, well, I don't want to take medication, all that. I took Xanax for a while, but they didn't work for me. I can't
Yeah.
do that. So I don't take nothing. I drink a couple of beers a week, and that's it. I
Yeah.
just work. I make videos. I make decent videos. I don't make a bunch of crap stuff, man.
What do you consider crap stuff?
Well, people shooting up
Oh
in their
yeah.
neck and all that stuff.
Yeah. I would
I,
have
I, I couldn't do that. I don't want to do that. I mean, it's all
no.
right for those that do it. If they want to do it to their channel, that's their business. But
No.
I don't do it to mine. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
No.
have family. I have a lot of family and businesses I visit. Take inventory of their stuff, give them a good
Yeah.
review, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Train.
I wouldn't want anything like that on my channel. That's scary.
Okay, honey, I guess I'll get off here. I probably talked y'all to death. I'm sorry.
No, I greatly appreciate you sharing your life and your story with us.
Well, there's a lot more, honey, but like I said, I got 9 books. We'd be here up until
But it sounds
quite a
like
while.
number one was your greatest love.
Yes, she was. She's the one that had my daughter with me,
Yeah.
and I guess that made a difference too. And I knew her when I was younger. She was 8 years older than me. She used to watch me in the bathtub to make sure I was all right. She was
Was
my
you?
babysitter.
That's a story as old as time, isn't
For real. And
it?
then years later, we got married. I said,
Falling in
wow,
love with your babysitter.
huh?
Falling in love with your babysitter.
Yeah.
At least you waited till you were grown up.
Right. Because she was 8 years older, so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Spartan Dan. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. I appreciate you. And your story of heaven was magnificent. I
Well, I
like
mean,
that.
it's more than that, but yeah, it's 12 years old, and I've never forgotten every detail since. So
Well,
I
we'll
don't.
be talking more, honey. I'll go
Yeah.
down on the chat, okay? I'll
All
let
right.
somebody else come up or whatever.
Okay. Bye bye.
All right. Nice.
Wow, his story is amazing. Spartan Dan, keep kicking butt. Yes. It's amazing the different relationships we get into in our lifetime. He married his he married his babysitter. We have heard about people having crushes on their babysitters. Have any of you had crushes on your babysitters? I didn't have crushes on all my babysitters were girls. So I didn't have crushes on my babysitters because, I like guys. So I never had a guy babysitter. I know, right? So I want to ask you, instead of going just by looks, right? Swipe left, swipe right. Do you ever think about how you would like to build your partner? Build your partner. Yeah, I've had crushes on teachers. I begged my dad to let me take tennis lessons because I had a crush on a tennis coach in the neighborhood country club. It was a neighborhood country club. It wasn't a big she one. Aw, have a good night, Spartan Dan. Thank you so much for sharing yourself and coming to my channel. I so much appreciate you. We need to look with fresher eyes when we're looking, like seriously looking for potential partners in our life. Look with a different kind of eye. Because you want somebody that you can, I wanted somebody that was never going to call me a nasty name, never going to beat me down, never going to be so anal about the house that it drove me crazy, that was going to love me unconditionally, unconditional positive regard, that I could see myself being able to come home and not feel high anxiety, know that I was going to feel loved. Kim said, everyone have a great night. Smart Dan, I've been talking about angels unaware. There's no mistake. You were here tonight. Yes, that was good that he was here. I enjoyed his stories and about talking about not going over the edge. Definitely. And thank you, Kim, for being here and moderating. Paranormal says, I had a sexy history teacher, but sadly he was married. Darn, I was 15. Ooh, I remember in high school, some of those young coaches or assistant coaches and football coaches, hugs, Kim, thank you. Man, they would push the envelope. They would push the envelope, flirting with the teenage girls in high school. Yes, they would. Some of those little assistant coaches were not much older than us, though. They weren't actually teachers. They would flirt hot and heavy. I can remember one when I had my cheerleading outfit on and I had a ribbon in my hair. And he kept giving me a hard time wanting the ribbon out of my hair. And I could not understand why there was such a big deal about, was what dark? My hair was a ribbon. I could not understand what the big deal was about the ribbon out of my hair. It had a few colors in it. And come to find out, had a bet going. Like if he could get the ribbon out of my hair, potentially something happened, which it never did. I think he was like 4 or 5 years older than me. But back then, when you were just a young teenage girl, 4 or 5 years is a big deal. But anyway, you know, back then that's a big deal, 4 or 5 years. But how do you as adults seek your partners now? Now that you're not teenagers. Nobody's coughing up the info. How do you seek out potential partners? Oh, J.C. Bear had a crush on a piano teacher. We always have crushes on teachers, don't we? Oh, I'm a teacher. My students are too young to have crushes on me. I don't know. Maybe my 8-year-old did. 8-year-old student. I'm glad that, look, Vintage is figuring out not all humans stink. And while I'm at it, I cannot believe I cannot get into my PayPal to look right now. I haven't looked. Maybe I can now. Why can't I get in? Maybe this will let me in. Anyway, we're still raising money for the Butterfly Project in the Bronx, which Vintage is set up so the kids can paint the butterflies. I cannot understand why I can't get in on this computer. Maybe I have to do that. It's not going to let me in on this computer. Anyway, last I looked, we had raised $150. There may be more in there at the moment. I haven't looked in the last few days. If you would like to contribute to the Butterfly Project so the children in the Bronx can paint coming out of COVID, $1, $5, whatever, you can send it friend to friend to my PayPal because I'm going to give it to her in one lump sum before June the 15th. You can send it to miracles3@charter.net. Anything is appreciated, and if you can't, that's understood as well. Miracles3@charter.net. I just put it down in the chat for the Butterfly Project. Anything over that is not needed for the paint supplies and the art supplies will go to additional plants in the garden. She will take video or pictures, and we will be able to show it live on the channel. Yes, we will. And I will be showing proof of where the money goes. Proof of the deposits in my account, proof that it went to her. So it's all above board. But again, if you would like to donate, it goes to miracles3@charter.net in PayPal. And I will be sending it directly to the fund. Send it friend to friend. So PayPal does not take out their fees. And put in the notes Butterfly Project or Bronx Butterfly Project. Can't spell tonight. Oh, and the reason I put Matthew Perry, by the way, and his girlfriend, because it's a daddy-daughter age difference. And if you won't see it till after I do this, because of course I didn't put the StreamYard thing down. But who is a wonderful example of staying together? Think about it. Bon Jovi and his wife have been together since high school. And they will tell you it is work to stay together. You have to work at it like a friendship, like a project, like partners, like a business. I'm frozen? Oh no, I'm frozen. Am I still frozen? Oh no. Crap. And I still have Fields of Grace up. Am I still frozen? Am I moving or no? Ooh, ooh. But Bon Jovi and his wife have been together since high school. They're making it. They have things in common. Look at Tom Hanks and his wife. They have things in common. I got her up there again. Kennedy, how are you feeling? Oh, thank you, Kennedy. I don't feel like it does. How are you feeling? Hey, Margot. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. We've been talking about finding partners by working backwards, not going by looks and chemistry so much. Going from the inside out, looking at ourselves and our own intentions and how we're made. Thank you, Margot. And then working inside out and going by non-negotiables. What we actually need and want. And not giving up. Kind of Build-A-Bear. Looking for that in a partner. Not just going by, ooh, they fine, or going by chemistry. Because that gets us in trouble. Yeah, Vintage says she's going to send me the pictures after. And while the mural's being worked on, we are raising money for the Butterfly Project in the Bronx for the kids to paint the wall coming out of COVID. We're trying to teach people how to find healthier relationships instead of just, if you want to hook up, hook up. People want to be single and just fly free. They have to be honest with themselves. People want healthy partners. They have to have non-negotiables. And if people don't meet the non-negotiables, they have to move on. And don't settle for people that break a couple of them. You have to have a certain amount of non-negotiables. Isn't it though, Anguera? I want this channel, I want to pick up certain things like that and do things out in different communities that make a difference. Out in different communities of viewers here. I muted myself. No, I muted myself. Hello, LMS. Okay. Okay, I don't know what my sub count is right now. I don't. It kind of does like this. But I have decided at 250 subs. No, it was me. At 250 subs, I'm still going to do the guided meditation with a couple of people and hypnosis with a person. So I'm hoping I can get to 250 by the end of June. Like do some healing work with somebody. I mean, y'all all know my background as a psychotherapist, so I'm offering free work with people privately on Zoom. I don't want to do it on here, out in the open. I feel like we should embrace where we are and live in the Bronx. Kids take to art so naturally. I love the idea of them coloring in butterflies, graffiti style. He, classic Dana. What do you mean classic Dana? What's that mean? JC Bear, back at you, hon. Aren't you happy that our stay-at-home order is finally over today? I'm so happy for y'all. I've primarily stayed at home unless I had to go to the grocery store or something because, they said, people with issues like mine, you're better off at home. But I got my second shot today, and right now I just feel like the beginning of flu. Who is a classy girl? So glad it's loosening up. I'll be glad when we're all free. Free from the mask and all of that stuff. When we have our world back again. Do you think we'll have it back again? And now they're announcing and they're about to release all of the papers about the aliens. Seriously. we're going to have a show about the alien release. We're going to have an alien release party and go over the details. I'm not kidding. Are we the aliens that are being released? No, but I'm serious. They are supposed to release the details from the government that have been locked up and the papers. Did I do it again? No, I didn't. About aliens that they've been locking up for so long. So I want to know, do you want to know? Who wants to have an alien release party? Do you want to talk about it? I need to find out when they're releasing all this stuff. Yeah, weird people. I'm a weird people. I'm a weird people. I'm a weird people. I'm a weird people. I need to find out when it is. My husband was trying to tell me more about it. We need to have an alien release party. Find out all the details about. I can remember being at the beach a few years ago, and we were standing on the balcony. And I know I've said this before. And looking at the stars, and we saw 3 lights kind of in the sky, like in a diamond shape. I was like, yeah, they're kind of sitting there, not moving. I was like, that's odd that they're in a diamond shape, but they're not moving, so they can't be airplanes. So is this a government thing? Yeah, alien. Let's do it. Let's have an alien. And all of a sudden, they started moving. And we were like, whoa, this has to be, it's either the government or aliens. We have not forgotten that. So I want to know the info. I want to know the 411. So let's plan an alien release party. And I want to remind you on June, I believe that's Wednesday, June the 15th, that again, Brian Smith will be here from Grief to Growth. It will be incredible. You will love him a lot. Aliens are here. Yeah. And I wonder if they look like what, they've been telling us all these years, like big bug-eyed grasshopper-looking things. Oh, I look like a big bug-eyed grasshopper-looking thing. Anyway, I behoove you. Coming out of lockdown, I'm talking to you, JC Bear. If you're not going out there just looking for hookups, learn to scope out the territory, and find better matches by working backwards. I know the young ones are so attracted to you, JC Bear. Both sides. Which is, I know it's problematic. But that being said, you're so wise and loving and kind. Once you decide to settle, they need to rise up. They need to level up to be with you, JC Bear. Don't you think? I think they do. I think they need to deserve all of you. Don't settle. Don't level down. Please don't. Look, if y'all decide to get serious, you need to slide the deets to me first. Details of their life, pictures, everything. And I will tell you if you're going wrong. For real, for real. I mean, if you're wanting serious, treat it like an acquisition. We'll definitely talk. You can figure out technology, Anna. All of you deserve to level up. See yourself in the mirror with clear eyes. Have a date with yourself first. Like a serious date. Have a serious date with yourself first. Have a serious date with yourself in the mirror. But anyway, I'm going to start wrapping this thing up. It went in a few directions. Let's plan. Again, anybody that can donate, I'm going to run this thing for probably another week and a half for the Bronx. Let's get it for the Bronx, for the butterfly wall. Let's do it for the kids. Let's do the collection. Remember, miracles3 at charter.net. Friend to friend. Butterfly Project. $1, $5, whatever. And we'll show you proof. And also, level up when you're dating. Brian Smith's coming June 15th. And let's make a plan to have an alien busting out party. Is that what we want to call it? Hello, Sean Mack. Welcome to the Dear Dana Show. We're about to wrap up, buddy. I got my second shot today. I'm about out of juice. Out of juice. Out of juice. That Lizzo song. Oh, my daughter was playing it. Oh, Eden. What was that song you were playing today? Dun, 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 dun. Hey, JC Bear, before I go, do you remember this song? Eden was playing it today. Dun 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 dun. It's old. Yeah, I'm just doing a piece of it. You'll be good if you can remember it. Dun 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 dun. That's literally how part of the song goes. Dun 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 dun. Anyway, JC Bear, you and Jamal know all these old songs. Dun 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 dun. I can't believe it. It's going to drive you crazy now, JC Bear. As she's sitting by the window. Dun 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 dun. My daughter started playing that song today, and it drove me nuts. I liked it, but I couldn't remember who sang it or anything. And then it was stuck in my head. It's going to be stuck in your head. Do you want me to tell you who it is, JC Bear? Eden, you have to tell me now. Tom's Diner. I think Suzanne Vega. Okay, I'm sitting here typing like I can't talk. What a ding dong I am. I am sorry, YouTube people. I wish YouTube didn't mess with people for playing music. I'm sitting here like I'm just in the chat. I'm not running this channel right now. What a ding dong. I'm waiting at the counter for the man that pours coffee. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Sorry, people, I can't sing. Have you ever heard that song, Paranormal Witch? Now Sean Mack's laughing at me. Have you ever heard that song, Sean Mack? He's like, oh, that music sucks. No, I like it. I heard if you sing with the song, they don't copyright you. Don't know. Do you like that song, Paranormal Witch? That's one of those songs that just like sticks in your head because of the beat of it. Oh, thank you, Vintage. But this channel would be so much more fun if we could just play whatever music. Because we'd be just getting down to whatever. Tom's Diner. You don't like it, Spartan Dan? What's your favorite song, Spartan Dan? I don't really have a favorite song because I like all music too much. Except heavy metal. It's kind of hard for me to like it. Oh yeah, when we like have Alien Night, have Breakthrough for Alien. I know, but if we play it, I'll get in trouble. What were we gonna call it? Alien Lockdown Breakthrough? You could do music reaction videos. Ah! What? LMS? Ooh. Music reaction videos. I think I'm just so happy now. I think I might have to have a new night of Dear Dana on music reaction videos. I wonder how long. I'll have to see how long he gets to play them. That just do you see how happy that makes me? That, oh, that would just be so wonderful. JC Bear. Oh, I'm loving you, LMS, so much. Yeah. I'm a happy, happy girl. I wonder if anybody cared to. I wonder if anybody cared to watch me doing music reaction videos, though. I mean, I'm not a kid or that. Well, I guess I am kind of a goofball, but I don't know. I can just try. I just want. I like hearing the music. Thank you, LMS. Ooh, that makes me so happy. Love music. Mm-hmm. So we got Alien. What were we calling the Alien Night? It was a better hook than Alien Night. Alien Coming Out Night? I don't know. Oh, that is like music is. Look, I'm an ex-dancer, not a pole dancer. Nothing wrong with a pole dancer, but I'm not a pole dancer. I love music. Love, 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 love music. So that would be like awesomeness. And music is healing. Music can be a Dear Dana thing. And I'll have to. Alien Breakout Party. Yes, that's better. Alien Breakout Party. We need to find out when they're dropping that stuff. We need to have some serious stuff on Dear Dana and some fun stuff. So anyway, those are the things that are coming down the line. Alien Breakout Party, Brian Smith from Grief to Growth, and the Butterfly Wall in the Bronx. We're still collecting for that. Again, I will remind you, miraclesweetcharter.net on PayPal. Do it friends to friends, and I will give it to them. What is that? Alien Boggy Night. Boggy Night. Alien Boogie Night. Boogie Night. Alice's Restaurant. But anyway, I'm going to start wrapping up. I think I did pretty good since I'm on shot 2 and I'm a little zappy. I love you all so much. Always feel like you can open up here. You can send me your questions or comments. If you need advice on relationship or something's going on in your life and you need some help, because you know that's my background as a psychotherapist, please do not hesitate to reach out. You know I am here for you. Yes, JC Bear, thank you about that. I forget. Please like, subscribe, and share. Help me grow the channel. I am giving out prizes. Part of it is, hypnosis, guided meditation, and other things. If I hit higher, I will be giving out Beachbody On Demand. But I will be giving out prizes as I hit higher subscribers. I do want to grow my channel. I'm a little bit out of the realm of your normal. So it's been a little bit, man, I'm just stepping all over my tongue, aren't I? It's been a little bit harder to grow than normal because I'm not riding coattails and I'm not reality TV so much so. But I genuinely love you. I appreciate you. I'm here for you. And remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. I love you all so, so much. Thank you so very much. And I will see you Saturday night at 8:15. Bye, Dana. Everybody has so much fun with all of you. Yes, have a beautiful night. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I will talk to you later. Bye bye. And we are, let me find it. We are out.